He's recording you, dude.
I don't care.
I want to hear this.
Don't record this, dude.
I don't care.
I want to.
No, I'm serious. Don't.
Why not?
It doesn't matter.
You don't know what could happen.
What will happen?
You don't.
Okay.
You don't know.
So it all started with someone, and they were with me in my room hanging out, and then so he didn't really sense it until it started happening because at one night I was asleep.
Usually start recording.
I was asleep, and it's like I knew I was dreaming, but I don't remember what I was dreaming about. I don't know. I was happy. Like that. No, I'm just kidding. I was happy, and then it's like from like a far distance, I'm just hearing a little whisper, and then as soon as it gets like closer and closer, literally I hear a whisper in my ear that says, "Austin." I was like, and I woke up saying, "Whoa, what the fuck? What? Oh shit!" I was freaking out. I was like, "Oh." And then
Sound like you just came.
yeah, it sounded like I just came, exactly. I can't beat that. I can't. Yeah, and then I didn't really say anything about it until I was asked a question about it, and then realized it was an actual thing. It was an actual girl. A girl that was, I don't know, mid-20s. And she was lost. She didn't know where she was. And keep in mind, we're talking about a ghost. Or entity, if you will.
Yeah.
And, so,
So you actually saw her?
Yeah.
Huh.
I did. Don't want to see her ever again. That will creeps you out. It really does.
I've seen stuff like that before. I've seen something not many people have seen before, but I once saw twice saw a demon. Same one, different places. It followed me around, and I did something to get rid of it. I'm not quite sure what it was that I did to get rid of it. But
the worst thing you could do is I will kick your ass.
Okay.
You sound like a Bible study student getting fucked in a bathroom.
Well, there's not a child attached to your crotch. This must be an improvement.
But I was told, and as a scribe, I was like, well, okay. So the chick must have been here long before this was even stuff. Like she was from like an asylum.
Oh, well.
I was like, man, she got some deep shit right there. If you want, you can use that to plug it in my Xbox.
Dude, if you want, we can stop talking.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I want to stop talking about this.
Nigga, please.
I don't fucking like talking about shit like that.
I'd like talking about shit
I
like
don't
this.
mind. I mean, if I watch Ghost Adventure, it's close enough.
Oh yeah, dude, I love that show.
I have that. I have like a lot of the episodes recorded.
Nice. Oh damn it.
There you go.
It took me forever until the Xbox 360 was outdated until I fucking figured out that you could charge your phone through the thing. I was just like, oh, that's so cool.
It's any USB and you can do it.
And then it won't work for the Xbox One. It seriously won't. Or at least not mine. Of course,
Well,
mine's fucked up anyway.
Well, you're welcome. It doesn't charge as fast.
Oh well, it keeps it alive.
Yeah, it keeps it alive. Depends on how you use it. Not for porn or anything. Not,
I use my phone for things.
who hasn't used their phone for porn? I mean, come on now, let's face it. So after that, the more it would get attached to me, the more I'd see it, the more. Oh, here's the creep shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is how serious it is. I talk about Glass Town. I want to drink it more, but I can't. It's just that serious. He was here. And
Alex.
Yeah, Alex was here. And I think I was putting my guitar up or whatever. And I hear downstairs a bang, and it's just like and it's just like saying Austin, Austin,
Uh,
Austin. I'm like literally like freaked out, and Alex would say something like shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, and I was hearing it, and then I was like, oh fuck. So what I did, the worst thing you can do is run away from a ghost.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I did?
What?
I ran away from a ghost.
You dumbass.
And then we went all the way to Kevin's house. That's how.
Oh shit.
I
Damn.
was that freaked out. Dude, I was like, no, I'm not dealing with that fucker.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, and then so, I didn't know that was the worst thing to do, which is one of the worst things you could do. So,
Shut the fuck up.
so this person had to help, not saying names, but this person helped me, and what they did is that they did something to make me to where it doesn't come around anymore. That's why I have this candle over here, because it was to help, and the Bible too. But I've always had a Bible since I was younger, and I probably only read maybe a couple pages of it.
I flip through it every once in a while.
Yeah, you know, the only thing I know is like the first 7 days,
Yeah.
which, and
Jesus Christ got crucified on the cross. Great place to stop talking about this.
We can. After the story's done.
Ryan, I'm gonna break your fucking arm.
So after that, it really helped. And then now, we felt, okay, this tied, it doesn't tie into mine, but this goes to a whole different story that when we were at his house,
Oh.
Alex's house, someone sensed really bad energy. And how I knew and how I felt it, because it was trying to possess me.
I've been there.
And how you get possessed is the worst feeling you've ever. It's literally like you're in a really hot room. No, Alex, I do not feel alive. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was in this room, and how you can tell is that it's like, it feels like it's a 90 to 93 degree temperature on your body.
Oh yeah, I know. I've been in this room. It's fucking hot.
And it's like everything's just feeling like global warming, and you just feel frustrated and angry. And then
I know.
And then the guy helped me. And then well, he had to do something. And then we had to do a couple times because the ogre went inside the house multiple times.
The ogre. Was the Hobbit here too?
No, he went in a couple of times and it messed all up, so he had to do it a couple of times. And the ogre was just like, "What the fuck's he doing? What's he doing in here?" And we're like, "Austin, tell me." I'm like, "What do you do?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
And then after that was over, everything was pretty much good. And that was probably Alex's second experience with something. Probably the first bad in his house, from what I know of. But good, it was like your uncle or grandpa that played the guitar.
My grandpa, but my grandpa.
Yeah, it was his grandpa that played the guitar that they had hanging up on the wall.
Huh. Well, my dad's house has always had many different, it's had many different spirits, mostly family and stuff. There's been the Frelicks, which we aren't related to, but you see, there was this tombstone, and, this happened before my demonic experience, but, there was this tombstone in there, and so, basically, it was a child's tombstone, and it was, well, I mean, it was in, where my great-great-grandfather's, house was. They have a cemetery there, of their own family. Well, apparently this one came from it. However, we weren't kin to these people. I don't know. They were the Freliks, and we knew them, but we weren't. Yeah. But basically, it was Joseph, I think that was the kid's name or something. But
Just like the Bible.
Basically, there was.
You gotta shut the fuck up.
No.
Alright.
There was.
We don't care, really.
Yeah.
You
There.
like the song, too.
Yeah. There was
That was really hurting my neck.
It does.
Like, yeah, I was like this for a good, like...
But basically, my dad just came out of the bathroom and whenever some experience stuff like this, like he's always open and always been able to see and feel these things, but he gets sick whenever it happens. Yeah, and he had about 102-degree fever, and he walked out of the bathroom kind of sweaty and stuff because of how bad of a fever he had. He had just got done taking a shit.
Oh, God.
And
That's a horrible shit,
sweaty shit.
That's a horrible shit. That's a horrible shit way to go.
And he just walks out. Then all of a sudden, there is a woman just standing there. And, my dad just kind of like, was just kind of staring at her. And she's like, "Have you seen my son?" I think that's what he was talking about. And he said, "No. Who are you?" And I forgot the woman's name, but she said that. Then she turned around, walked to the tombstone, and disappeared. And my dad passed out. And, Jennifer found him on the floor, I think, or something like that.
Was he, like, just so shocked?
Yeah, he was really shocked, and, I mean, the fact that he had the fever in the first place really wasn't helping. So, yeah, he just kind of passed out on the ground. And, you know, we have this friend, his name's Tim, and he's like some spiritual guy or something. He's Jewish, but I mean, you know, like spiritual. And he can find where bodies are without necessarily having a gravestone. Like, he needs, like, those metal things that they have.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he can also find them. And basically, eventually they took the tombstone. We did research on the family. All these guys died in the 1800s. The kid was only, like, 7 when he died, I think. But it was a sickness or something, I think, that happened. But, yeah. Basically, they were able to find where the kid was buried near the house that they had, which the house isn't there anymore. It hasn't been for a while. It's just kind of the remains of it. It's like the it's been torn down.
Yeah.
There's like just the remains of it though. And basically, they found where the tombstone was, set it there, and ever since then, we never heard of the Freliks. We still have their names written on our board and everything. But yeah. However, if you knew anything about me, is that I spend a lot of time on YouTube. And basically, I was sitting there and I was watching PewDiePie play South Park: The Stick of Truth. And basically, I was watching him play The Stick of Truth, and well, our grandparents already that's where they both died, and they still kind of remain in the house, like, yeah. And basically, whenever you hear them walking up the stairs, because, like, you can hear them stomp up the stairs sometimes, or knock on the door. Like, seriously, like, like, you don't hear it anymore for some reason. They stopped doing this stuff. You used to be able to hear, like, on the door, and no one would be there. Yeah, like, I've seen it happen and stuff like that. No one's there. It's been knocked on as soon as I was in front of it. No one's there. It happens. And I counted how much stairs were there. Okay. We have 11 stairs, I think. 11 or 12. They stop as soon as they get to the fourth one, okay? Then I heard that, and it's always like something really small. Like, you know, just kind of like just small, slightly walking up. It's a crickety house. I mean, you could hear them walking up. Well, this was more like a, you know, really fast and banging on the walls when it was coming up. And, you know, it was more like stomping, like really loud, really fast. And it did not stop when it got to the fourth step. It went 3, 2, 1, and as soon as it got to like 2, I was just like, this is new. And then as soon as I heard it hit the floor, like the wooden floor, ran halfway through the living room, quit midair. And I'm just like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. And
I'm scared.
What?
I'm scared.
Dude, I've got goosebumps still telling it right now, because, I mean, I remember it so fucking vividly. I remember what I was watching, I remember what I was eating cake, I remember everything. My stepmom used to make a lot of cake, okay? And although the regular food that she fixes is kind of bad, I will admit her desserts are like the fucking best. Although I don't like her, I will admit that much. She's pretty damn good at making desserts and shit. But basically, what happened was, I had heard that shit, and I'm just like, no, I'm getting out. So I jumped up. I didn't even take the time to put my shoes on or everything. I was so fucking freaked out. So I just bolted out the door, and I had my dog out come with me, alright? And then I started to call my friend Corbin. And, because, you know, we kind of talk about a bunch of stuff like this. And, see, previously to this, there's the library in the town where my dad lives. And Judy, the person who owns the place, knows the place has been haunted, but never could really prove it. Everyone thought she was crazy. And I'm sitting here listening to Bring Me the Horizon. It was, ironically, Go to Hell for Heaven's Sake. And I was walking past there, and I could just feel like something was there. So I started mocking it, because, I mean, this always seems to happen, because, I mean, like, the old place where we used to live at in Bowling Green, so much fucking haunted shit was there. I mean, seriously, every fucking day something happened. I've had shit ripped out of me. I've had things like growl at me and voices like, get out and shit like that. Go away. I've seen shit. And, you know, no one's ever believed me. I've seen chairs fly across the fucking room, but it was like at 11 o'clock at night when I woke up for like no reason. Everyone else is sleeping, and this fucking chair just moves. And, like, seriously, I was just standing, just something told me to just stare down my stairs. I'm like, alright. And my stairs used to be right in front of the kitchen. There goes the chair, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna go back to bed. I used to shrug shit off. I don't do that anymore. Any slight thing of shit happening, I get out as quick as I can before I know something else is going to happen. And basically, I've been doing it. It's just. But basically, ever since then, I've really been fast to do these things.
Funny, look, Alex. Look how he does it again.
Just.
Look, Alex.
It's just like.
You stupid nigger. Look.
Just like. And basically, what happened was...
It's not so great anyway, it's just funny.
Basically, I was listening to Go to Hell for Heaven's Sake, and I started mocking the shit, because it always worked there, and I thought it would work always if you showed your dominance and showed you weren't scared. I've always heard this before, but I also know this doesn't really work against demons and shit like that. If you try to show dominance and shit like that, they just get pissed off and make it worse. But basically, I did that, and then I was walking, crossed over to the other side of the sidewalk, barely past the building. There was a sidewalk, barely past it. Fucking cold-ass breeze of wind. And as soon as I was listening, and by the way, this was like turn all the fucking way up. These were like some of the best headphones I ever had. I wouldn't be able to hear shit if it wasn't. And this was like sempiternal version of Bring the Horizon, so there wouldn't have been any like really deep growls or some shit like that. All of a sudden, I heard just the fucking deepest thing I'd ever heard in my goddamn life. I mean, like seriously, like my music just quit randomly, and yeah, it just quit randomly as soon as it happened, and it came right back on, and I just fucking bolted from that area. Like I was freaking, because I mean like. Before then, I started having flashbacks of some shit I had seen before out in the
War?
No, I had basically seen...
From Lieutenant Dan.
I had seen some shit before outside when we in this one place that I used to go to were on a field trip.
You know what they say, right?
What?
Life like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're gonna get.
You never know
what you gonna get. And basically, I say basically a lot.
Basically, yeah.
Basically, yeah, I do, basically. But basically...
God damn it. Carry on. Don't even say it again.
I'm gonna try not to.
Okay.
And, well, anyway, I was standing outside. I'm just gonna go to, this is from shit that I had heard before building up to this day, okay? And basically that was the last thing I ever built up to it. So I was calling... Damn it, I said it again. I don't even think of these things. I just say it.
I know.
And,
Okay. We're still playing.
and pretty much, I'm just calling my friend Corbin. And I'm just like, dude, you would not believe what the fuck just happened to me in my dad's house. And of course, he's been there before. It's not like a really menacing feeling you get there. And I felt pretty threatened. Okay? Well, I was looking inside of the house trying to see if I could see anything at all that was going on and what it could have been. And basically, I was looking right into my dad's room, which was dark, all the other lights on. He was the only one that didn't. It was the only place that was dark. All of a sudden, I see this demonic looking demon, like horns and shit like that. Oh, it was white though, like a grayish white. Most of them are either red or black, but I mean, this was like grayish white. It just slowly stepped out, and then all of a sudden, midair disappeared. Paper flies up, blank paper, everything. Flies up against one of the windows, because he has like a door with windows that's blocking it, and it was like halfway closed on one of them. Paper flies up on it. I saw the paper, nothing on it, and all of a sudden, red slowly comes in words on it. I couldn't fucking read it. I was too far away. The curtains were drawn also. I was looking straight through the curtains, so it was like all fabric-y looking. But yeah, shit like that popped up, so I couldn't read it. And it just disappeared. And I'm just here with my fucking mouth open, just staring right into it. And Corbin's just like, dude, what? What happened? And I'm just like, I'll call you back. And I just hung up, and then I just... It was basically how it was. I was just like, I'll call you back. and my dad, I told Preston about this. You might know what I'm talking about, and you may know, because you haven't really been to my house that much, but I mean, you've been there once. But basically, I waited till my dad came in, alright. Then we walked inside. Of course, he sees me outside. It had just got done raining. I'm not wearing my shoes, and I look pretty freaked out. So, he believes things happen, but he doesn't think it's going to happen in his house because he's very, very religious. Little does he know what happens to a lot of ministers, preachers, shit like that have many demonic troubles at their own home most of the time. And basically... what happened, I fucking said it again.
Can you, delete that video, please?
I'll delete it. It's okay. And pretty much what happened was me and him both walked in, and I'm just like, dude, just keep an eye out for things that go on in this house. Just do it for me. And, here I am just looking around really slowly, trying to check things. And, he's walking around like, oh, nothing happens, He doesn't think anything happens to me or shit like that, and that's a damn lie. And, I was just like, I slowly walk into his room. Of course, he walks in, and I'm just like, turn the lights on before I walk in. So he does that. I walk in, and I open up the rest of the door, shut the thing, check behind it. No paper or any shit like that anywhere. I start looking around, nothing. And, since this shit came from the basement, I didn't go down back into my basement. I'm still very weary of doing it. I didn't do that for about a year. I was so fucking freaked out. He was just like, well, while I'm gone, can you do the laundry? Yeah, sure, I'll do it. Close the door. Fuck, no, I won't. And, I'm just like, okay. So, this happened in July. Let's fast forward, let's see, July, August, September. Oh, September, okay. It was just a day after my little sister's birthday. No, it was a day before. It was the day before because our friend Ann was staying over. And, she was watching my little sister, because my mom, my stepdad were going to be out to, they were out till 1:30 in the morning. And and basically weird shit had been happening the entire night. So we were just talking about, well, we're talking like how we were now.
Dude,
damn.
Shut the fuck up.
And just going on about different shit that's happened to us, and I told him about the thing that happened at my dad's. Well, okay. They go upstairs, go check on her, because they hear weird voices through the baby monitor. And I was hearing them too, and I was hearing her talk back to it, and there's me and Preston, the only thing I fucking hate about him, well, no, not the only thing I fucking hate about him, but I mean, one of the things that I fucking hate about him is he will go through many different experiences. Some of the shit I've experienced up in the house in Bowling Green, he's experienced it with me, and then he'll fucking deny it happened and act like it didn't happen later on, just, I guess, not to freak himself out or some shit like that, so he'll deny it ever happened. And then when something else happens, all of a sudden, he's just like, oh, dude, remember back in the time? And I'm like, yes, I fucking remember. You're the only one that said it didn't happen. And basically, god damn it. And anyway, so they were upstairs to go check on it. And of course, I was sitting there thinking, yeah, I probably should check on it too, but they're already up there. I'm just going to continue watching this because we were watching whatever on TV. So I'm laying down. And all of a sudden, I'm laying down on the floor in my living room, right where the TV is. And that little room that you go into right as you come in through the stairs?
The closet?
Yeah. It's near the closets, but no, it's more like the room in front of it where we have that dining room table and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that room. Well, all of a sudden, out of that, kind of halfway poking out of, something like this. It was kind of standing halfway. I could see about half more of it. And, yeah. But all of a sudden, here it is, 3 months later, same fucking demon. Up close. I thought it was a demon before. I could see it. I knew it now. And, of course, I'm just sitting here, and I'm just counting in my head. Just my eyes wide open, not making a fucking movement at all, just watching. I'm not going to call for help. I'm not going to see anyone down here do it. I'm just like, don't move. And I count till 11. There. Gone. Again. And I haven't seen it since. There were still voices that coming out of the baby monitor even as soon as we left out there. Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. Testing what I would do. I haven't seen him since. I want to say I got rid of him, but I guess...
You can't make any promises.
Yeah. I've done a lot of things, different verses, out of shit from the Bible and shit like that, trying to get rid of it. And, I hope I succeeded, I haven't seen it since, and that was the first year I lived here, so, this was 2014, September, so 2 years ago, almost, let's see, today's the 27th, about, almost been 2 years if it was just 12 days later. And, yeah, that was that freaked me out. Of course, you know, haven't seen it ever since. So I'm gonna say it's gone.
Oh, I actually forgot to tell you this story about when the night my dad watched The Bell Witch.
Oh, that's fun.
Brian, delete fucking video, dude.
My family on my dad's side's had some experiences with shit like that too.
Well, luckily I wasn't here, thank God, because then I think it was about 10, maybe about 10 or 11. I would have been crying. I'd be like, "What's going on, Dad?" But
Shut up, child.
Damn, that's brutal, man. No, this bill my cousin lived downstairs, and he had the Bell Witch. My dad was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll watch the Bell Witch." So they come down there, they watch the Bell Witch, and as they're in the middle of it, I'm outside. This is what he tells me. I'm outside, and as they're watching it, I have a basement door downstairs that leads to the basement, cause there's it's like a second house down there too. It's the same like up here.
Oh, cool.
And that's why this is a rent. We've only rented this while the person rents downstairs.
Hey, have you
Oh.
seen Average Joe?
Yes.
And so what my dad says that the door down there shut so hard it shook the whole house.
I've had some shit like that happen before.
And my dad was running up here saying, make sure I was not up here and stuff. And apparently I was. It's like every time something bad happens, I'm not there. I'm not kidding.
Can't complain.
No, I'm not kidding. Like when the day I was over at his house and it was a Titans game, there was an 8-man brawl right a few houses down from right me.
That's kind of fucking cool.
With a person coming out with a shotgun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because my dad called and stuff. He was like, man.
Hey dude, the guy that lived across the street from me shot himself in the head like a year ago.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Dude. You know Andrew? He lives right down the road from here.
Yeah, I know that.
Some dude was on his lawn and basically woke up and the cops were outside. Of course, he didn't know why. Parents weren't home. None of his brothers or sister was home either. It was just him. And he woke up, walked outside, looked at one of the police officers and asked what happened. And he's asked, do you know where your mother's at? And she's like, well, she's gone to work. And he's just like, well, a man died out on your lawn. And basically, when his mom came home and stuff, because, they called his mom and, told him about what happened and came home, a man was shot with a suppressed weapon 8 times in the back in his lawn and dropped dead right there. How the fuck does that even work?
I probably agree. Like, what the fuck happened to you? Like, who? Okay, you have to be expensive or have a lot of money to get a suppressor for a gun.
Oh, yeah. And you have to have,
certification.
Yeah, you have to have certifications and shit. Where I think the things that happened in Bowling Green came from was, I called it the Cursed Farm. And the reason why I call it the Cursed Farm, because we lived in front of this farm, and even, although Preston doesn't believe in this kind of stuff, of course, he thinks someone's been doing it to them, but I think it's just a bit too, it's just a little bit just too suspicious when it comes to things like this.
I'll never go to a farm at night.
Well, oh, dude, I lived in front of one I saw at night. I mean, in the daytime, it's one of the coolest places ever. On nighttime, it looks fucking creepy.
Even if it's near, if there's a field, no.
No. Yeah, I know.
Too much Jason, too much Children of the Corn.
The second Jeepers Creepers.
That too.
Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers, period. Shit.
But basically, this is where I think we're coming from. And basically, there's a house on the farm that
Dude, shut them.
there's a driveway. All right.
I'm gonna punch you
Just
in
a
the face.
long ass driveway leading up to this house.
Yeah, this long ass dick is gonna go up your ass. You know, it's like, shut the fuck up.
I would grab him that lotion for it too.
This is not for my fucking dick, dude.
Extra skincare.
Basically,
Are you ready?
yeah, boy.
Your boy.
Yeah, boy. But basically, there was this house, and on this farm that we lived in front of, and I don't know if anyone's died. Of course, I think the place is getting taken out because the field that it was, because someone else bought it out and sold it to someone, I think, and now apartment complexes are being built on it. At least from what I seen last time I was over there, they're building a cart.
That's why some movies actually tell the fucking truth. When they say never go in a field or in a farm, you best believe you listen to that
Oh
movie.
yeah, creepy shit can happen on those places, no doubt. Especially this one. I refuse to go on that farm. But basically,
no matter what you do, I don't care if you put me in a brutal place. I am not going back there.
and this all happened. And one time they suspected the death was to be at 318, which if you know anything about numbers, that's when a lot of shit
dude, I
happens.
get weird numbers all the time on my games. Every time we get in the score, it has 666 in it.
Cool.
Like every time I play, it's just
I mean, kind of freaky, but cool.
yeah. Like I just get 66 on my microwave in there. I used to always like in the morning. It started in the morning, going to school morning.
Mm-hmm.
I try to press it down for my coffee, but 3 minutes just says 666 on it.
Fucking seriously?
Yeah, just spamming 666 on it.
That's kind of creepy.
And
They aren't supposed to be able to do that.
yeah, it did
Can you
that.
not shut up?
But basically,
But this is really interesting.
No, it's not.
This really is.
It's scaring the shit out of me.
Basically,
Why
there
is it
is.
scaring you?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, this is all shit that happened to us in the past. It isn't happening now. Well, on my side, I'm not quite sure if it's happening now, but
On my side, I'm sure it's not. But I don't want to jinx it.
but basically, what happened was about 4 to 5 people, I think, died on this farm ever since I moved into that house, and they died the same way. All of them. They were laying on their bed at night, and people would wake up. Only one person got out of there alive, and that's because they moved out, I guess, in enough time.
Well, good
And
thinking on their part.
Yeah, I know. It was a school bus driver. Yeah. But anyway.
Shit, you never expect a bus driver
I
to get
know.
up there.
It's just like, you know what? There's demons in this house. Time to go.
There's demons in this house. I gotta get all the
fuck outta here.
propane I can get and get the hell out of here.
And kill. But basically, God damn it, I keep saying it. Anyway,
Basically, yeah.
so there's a farm, and they always die in the same way. On the mattress, in the bedroom, blood splattered everywhere. It's always a messy ass death that happens there. And almost every year to year and a half, whoever lives there gets killed.
Like, is that like a real thing?
Yes, it's a real thing. I used to live in it. Like, it's not
So you probably
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen the cops come out there and said what happened and everything. I mean, like,
Did they warn you before you went in there?
before I go in there, no, I never step foot on it. They'll just, like my stepdad or someone would just go up there and, ask what happened. Like, well, there's been a murder. And,
Probably more than that.
of course, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If everyone who goes in that house gets murdered, I'm starting to think something's up. But, yeah. I think something supernatural goes on there. But every single time someone who lives there, they get killed. Well, killed by a brutal murder. I think there's something else going on there. Actually, if the place is still there, I'm thinking...
There's a person that kind of lives there.
Well, I mean, there may or may not be. The house may or not even be there anymore. I haven't...
Well,
I don't...
If.
I really don't want to go back to Bowling Green ever since, me and
Is it
Joanne
Kentucky?
broke up. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Ever since me and Joanne broke up, I don't have a reason to go there, and I don't want to go there.
This is proven that this is one of the most haunted places in America. You know that, right?
What?
Tennessee.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Many shit happens to him.
My dad's been in one. It's where he was in a mansion, and he had to stay the night in a mansion, like a little mansion downtown.
Ooh.
At night, and you heard doors slamming all night, walls scratching. Heard all of the voices, you name it.
Wall scratching could have been animals in the walls, but at the same time, you can't guarantee.
I think he said he was the only one in that mansion.
It's kind of freaky.
Yeah, and which is kind of weird because there was a mayor that used to be here, and the place I believe is it's right across from the mayor where the mayor used to live at. It was like his office or whatever. But downtown, my dad's had a lot of scary shit happen to him.
Have you ever heard of a show called Paranormal Witness?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay. I kind of want to go on it. I mean,
you had the experience for sure.
yeah, all of us do.
You got...
All three of us do?
You got better experience than me for sure. If I wasn't doing it, shit, actually, no. I saw a little girl over a couple of houses down. It was not remade, but...
God damn, this shit's itching.
Okay, here's how it was. When I was little, there was these two kids, and there was a woman, and I think a guy lived there. I'm not sure, but they were like my best friends. And I was asleep through the whole thing, and I was trying to I got slapped in the face trying to wake up and everything. I was out. And it was Austin, wake up! Wake up! I was like, I'm not waking up.
Let me sleep, goddammit.
And
That's how Ryan's fucking like every day.
and then it's like I wake up 20-30 minutes after I needed to wake up, and then I was like, what happened? And then he's like, oh, how come you didn't hear any of that? There was fire trucks and everything down there. I'm like, really? What happened? He was like, the house got burnt down. I was like, why? I don't know. And literally the whole house was burnt down. You step from the door and you go maybe living room, and then you go there to the kitchen, through everything else, gone. Burned to ashes. And I was looking at it, damn. So, I watched that whole house get rebuilt. That was step by step. And there was this... I assumed he was gay. He had that really gay accent.
You Mr. Head?
Yes, I do.
Turns out he's gay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Are you serious?
Yeah, not kidding at all.
How do you know?
Our teacher, our ecology teacher, told us.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew it.
I kind of did too.
I don't know Mr. Head, but sounds pretty gay.
Have you ever seen him? You don't want to know him in the first place. He wears sandals.
Those Jesus sandals and those picnic shirts.
Fucking
you can use his shirt for a picnic.
It's think of Fat Quagmire from. I think those Hawaiian shirts he wears. That's what he wears every day.
Fluffy type of shirts.
And he's got Guy Fieri hair. And sunglasses, and he fucking talks in this really soft voice, and I'm just damn.
Can't do that, sir. No can do. No fondue or that. I don't think I've had any else experience. Think about it, this is like a documentary to all of us in a way.
I know.
I guess you could cut it here since it's got nothing else.
So anyway, go on with your story.
Which story?
House burned down.
Oh yeah, the house burned down. That's right. So a kid lived there for a little while. His name was Dion, black kid. think he was in high school at the time. And sometimes I was like, man, I wish he wasn't there so I could skate on the driveway again. It was smooth. It was the only smooth thing that was around. Because our road didn't get paved until like a year or two ago. So we had really crappy road. I literally, you'd be shit when you try to do a trick and it'd be hard to balance. Can't think, finish. But after that, it was when, that our house wasn't really rented or sold for a while. Fucking tired, man. For a while, we were looking in there. It was me and the kid next door. And then what we would do is that we looked in there, and the light was on, and we were seeing a shadow that was near the light, and it was a girl, and it gets creepier. So after that, we were like, oh god, that's scary, and so we left, and then we came in the next day. The light was off. Then we came out the next day, the light was twitching. And then came out the next day, we opened the door. We were in the backyard and went up the deck and opened the door. And you hear I was like, and then we shut that door hard and we ran. No, it got really creepy. I saw my own eyes. Still remember what she were before? Had a teddy bear too. We were staying, we're like, oh man, that was a close one. We look up, I see legs, foot, and a dress. It looked total real. Totally real. You know what I did?
What?
I fucking yelled and ran. I was scared of my life. Dude, I've never seen no scary shit like that in my life. That was some fuck shit right there.
Oh,
that was
dude.
Like, no.
The backstory behind this demon, I'd had suspicions in there. Because I have a little brother, his name was LJ. He was like 3 at the time, I think. Let's see, he's about to turn 6. Yeah, he was 3 at the time. This was in 2013 when we were talking about when I first thought there was a demon, but I didn't see anything until like a year later. But, okay, so
I guess they had to adapt.
Basically, you know how kids have imaginary friends sometimes, shit like that.
Yeah, basically.
Well, fuck. I can't fucking believe I said that again.
What did you say?
Basically. All the goddamn
Basic
time.
white bitch.
But anyway,
that's what BWB stands for.
Basic white bitch. And anyways, my dad before had seen a shadow figure. Alright, which normally stands...
I see one right now.
It normally stands for something bad. And, you know, this was before my whole demonic experience. And around the time that my dad saw this...
This makes you want to watch Ghost Adventures, man.
I know.
You want to watch it later?
Actually, I'm going to show you this one Paranormal Witness episode after this.
Okay.
Anyway. It makes you want to tear up your rug, but yeah.
Okay, then I don't want to do that. If it's
It makes you tear up what?
No, it makes you want to tear up your rug
Why?
just to see what's under it. But, yeah.
No, I wouldn't want to. That's going to scare the shit out of me then.
But, like,
That probably will scare the shit out of me.
But basically, god damn it, I fucking said it again. Okay. So, this was the same weekend. And my little brother was sitting there and he was drawing, okay?
Basically.
Fuck you, Alex. And basically, fuck, I said it again. Son of a bitch. Anyways, so I was watching him draw, and then he was talking about Robin, and he said,
damn
I
it.
want to draw this picture for Robin. And my
That's
little,
scary.
and my dad said, okay, yeah, go ahead, draw it for Robin. And I'm just like, well, alright. And by the way, after this demon that I saw come through, he didn't talk about Robin anymore.
Was
And-
Robin a demon?
That's what I was thinking. But anyway, you're about to figure the rest of this out in the next story. But anyway, so he was sitting there drawing it. And I look at my dad and I'm just like, oh, who's Robin? Because, you know, he makes a lot of friends places. Funny backstories. He'll be like, say he has a girlfriend somewhere and stuff like that. And it's like a waitress that brings him food and he flirts with her and stuff. It's hilarious. But basically, I said it again, goddamn it. Anyway,
This is like torture for you because you're trying to not say a word that you say constantly.
my dad was just like, alright, he has an imaginary friend named Robin, and I'm just like, and I just got done watching stuff like Paranormal Witness and stuff like that. Of course, you know, I always know most of the time, especially when, you know, this is a family that has a lot of paranormal activity that happens to us. You know, I just kind of sat there and thought, oh, okay, I probably should check this one out. So what I did was, since, you know, he was just, you know, a little asshole, and, you know, if I said, oh, like, you know, if I drew a demon straight out, I'd just be like, is this Robin? He'd probably just be like, yeah, I probably wouldn't even mean it. He'd probably just say, yeah. Alright, so I draw 9 different figures on this page. One was a cat, one was a demon, one was a frog, one was a duck, one was a dog, one was just, you know, just random shit that happened. One was a person, you know, just shit like that. One was a guy, one was a woman, you know. And so I put the paper down right in front of him, the one he was drawing on, and I'm just like, alright, now LJ, which one of these does Robin look like? Looks right at the demon picture that I drawn and points at that and says, that's Robin. And I'm just like, oh, hell no. And then I'm just like, hey, Dad, come look at this. And he got up out of bed and walks over to the picture. And I said, alright, LJ, now tell me who Robin is again. Points the demon again and it goes, that's Robin. And I'm just like, do you know what that is? And I said, no. And I'm like, that's a demon. I'm just like, okay, and I'm just like, you son of a bitch, every time with you. He's like the most fucking faithless person out there that's a religious person. He's just like, oh, shit ain't happening. Shit's always happening, okay? And, you know, I'm just like, you know, you don't believe me, you don't actually think this is happening. He's like, no, I don't have a reason to. And I'm just like, alright, what about that shadow figure that you saw just a few days ago? And he's just like, doesn't mean it's a demon, doesn't mean it has anything to do with this. And I'm just like, oh, really? Because it's all starting to add up to me. And he's just like, well, I don't see anything wrong with it. And I'm just like, okay, fine then, just go lay down. No, never mind. When something happens, you can believe. Of course, you know, of all people, it didn't fucking happen to him. It just had to happen to me. Of course, you know, when I'm the only person that takes shit seriously, it makes sense. And, you know, this was over the summer also, so, you know, a few days later, you can guess what happened to me. And yeah, like I said, I haven't seen it since.
That's good.
However, before this, there had been many things that happened. Like, this is the only story that I can really think of that I haven't said. And basically, it was on the neighborhood. And basically, there was this house. No one lived in it, but there had been shit inside of it, but no one really lived in it.
Yeah.
Alright, well, there was no ways inside of it or anything. And I was walking by it, and, you know, I always looked inside to see, you know, what's happening in there, just, you know, see anyone moving in and stuff. And, you know, there had been stuff in there for like 2 years. Mm-hmm. No one was moving in, nothing's moved, and I'm just like, oh, alright, I guess someone's just kind of using this for storage or some shit. So I walk in there, and, you know, I just look around, I'm like, oh, okay, nothing's really in here. Walk out, look at the curtains, there's a cat poking its head out the window. I'm like, oh, alright. So I walk up to it. And need to remind you, my grandparents used to have a cat named Sammy. It was a black cat. Look, this cat that I saw was a lot like Sammy. And, you know, it even acted like him. Like, seriously, I used to, like, get near its face, and it would put its nose against my face, and we just, like, have nose touches. And I put my hand up against the window, and he puts his paw up against the window. And then I put my nose up against the window, then he goes and puts his nose up, and I'm like, oh my god, you're just like Sammy. And then he's just looking at my forehead. He just stops moving and everything, just starts looking at my forehead. I'm like, oh, alright. And then he just looks up really quickly, and then looks down, what the fuck was that? Because it looked all white under his chin and stuff. And I'm just like, look up, and I like, he eventually, I start squatting down. He just slightly kind of looks up a little bit in the sky, right through the skull. Nothing right here. Nothing. I'm just seeing straight up to the top of his head. Bones and everything. And I'm just like, I forget, because I was like 8 years old, and, my dog started barking, so I fucking ran back to the house. And, behind that house, there's a shed. Well, no, not the shed. There's a shed in another place. It's kind of creepy, but I can't really prove anything's going on, because I don't really go near there. I used to trespass a lot. I don't really do it anymore, but I used to go in people's houses and learn home and everything like that. But, anyway, my dog always would go look at it, and then he'd just kind of move away from it, just kind of keep his eye on it and not really go near it.
Yeah, these dogs can see them too.
Oh, yeah, I know they can. My dog, it freaks me out all the time, because my dog used to be able, he doesn't do it anymore, but he used to just jump up and start randomly staring at a certain area for just a long ass time, just stare at it and stop looking and just go do something else. And he used to always do that. He used to freak the shit out of me. And yeah, my dog, basically one time he decided to run inside of the thing. It had like the bottom of the thing had been caved in, so it ran right inside of it. Of course, naturally, since my dog just may have put himself in danger, I'm kind of scared. And so, I run in near the thing, and I just kind of crouch down, and he just bolts out of the damn thing, and I'm just like, what the hell happened there? And I just kind of get up, and I hear like some deep growling, and I'm just like, and I go.
Yeah, you know what that Austin thing happened?
When?
Right in that room in there.
Well, that's just fun.
You can even sense it, that it's a depressing room, and it's really fucking hot. I'm telling you, if you go in there right now, you can feel that shit. And it is just brutal.
Yeah.
Because I felt sad a lot in that room.
That's something spirits can do to you. They can manipulate your emotions, such as possession, what you were talking about earlier. That's how shit like that happened to me. I used to get, I sat there and I just started, of course, this was in Bowling Green, and just started randomly, and sometimes people will do shit like, they'll curse a certain person, and, randomly they'll just start feeling something. Well, I started randomly feeling very, very angry at my brother for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't know, it just came to my head. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go kill him. And I jumped up, went downstairs, opened up his door, knocked him to the floor, started choking him, almost choked him out. Then my mom comes in. All of a sudden, as soon as I look at her, didn't even know what the hell I was doing anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I almost killed him because he was starting to go limp and everything. Like, he stopped. Yeah, he just stopped fighting and just started to go limp. And, like, you could hear him gasping for air just slightly. And it was starting to leave. And then my mom opens up the door and I release my hands. And, he's got fucking red marks all over his hands where I had been choking him as hard as I could. Yeah. Didn't know what came over me. Just randomly felt like killing someone. So, I tried it.
You better not ever do that shit to me, Ryan.
Motherfucker, have you seen you? I don't think I could if I tried. It's like, hey, Alex, I'm gonna start choking you out. Bang him out of the fucking head.
Have I seen myself? No, not really.
There's only this thing in my house called mirror.
Thomas Edison invented that. Just kidding.
I was about to say.
I don't know what else to say.
I don't really either. Not, like, other than that, like, the stuff that I just said, nothing really happened to me before. I mean, like, there was when I was younger, like, like, my dad...
Hey, dude, I really want to go to bed, so can you shut up and, like, delete that video?
I will.
Delete it right now.
Anyway, no, not right now. Anyway, Documentary time. Any questions? Any comments, anyone? Oh, that's fucking right. No one's here.
Can I show my dick at the end of the video?
Fuck yeah, man. Go ahead.
See that big boy? See that big boy? Well, I mean, he's not that big right now, but you know what I'm saying.
Fuck my life.
So what do you think of that? What do you think of that, Austin?
You don't want to know what I think of that. It's terrible.
You know what I think of it?
I think it's not going to make America great again, actually. It's going to make America bulge again.
It wasn't that big right now. I guess because I'm scared.
Shut the fuck up, man.
End fucking video.